Make a margarita, but make it Thanksgiving. Hey, it's been a rough year. I know we could all go for a margarita or two or six. And with Thanksgiving coming up this week, we decided we were going to get some help here at Throwback Nation Radio. I'm Tony the Reno, and figure out this Thanksgiving margarita challenge together. I've got a good friend of ours with me today. I want to introduce you to Corey Dillon. Corey hosts the Workday Show on New Country 1015 here in Atlanta, TV and radio host from around the country for many, many years. Corey, you have been doing this and putting together Facebook cocktail hours since the start of the pandemic. And
yeah,
you've become kind of an expert on how to do this whole thing and how to do it with friends over Facebook.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. We all miss our friends and our family, right? And so I just, I had all these tools at my disposal. So I thought, why don't we just do this and consistently do it? I mean, and that's the thing to build anything and any relationship you have with your friends or your family, it's all about, knocking off on a Friday or a Wednesday or whenever it is before the holiday and sharing an experience. And so that's why I wanted to do this happy hour. I've done it with people that don't drink, and you can make some great non-alcoholic cocktails too. There are some distilled non-alcoholic spirits out there. I know there's at least one brand called Seedlip. So if you want to, make a specialty cocktail for somebody that doesn't drink, it's entirely possible. But we're drinking today, right?
Yes, we are.
And I will tell you, I mean, a Thanksgiving margarita from somebody that is a self-proclaimed margarita snob. It is not a traditional margarita, obviously. We're going to use some fall ingredients.
Okay.
But I was shopping at all the craft stores, I won't name them, but there is like a dearth of Thanksgiving craft sort of like decorations. I mean, there's just nothing out there. And I know a lot of people, including myself this year, aren't going to be able to spend Thanksgiving with our families or even our friends in these big groups. It's not recommended with COVID. So the one thing that you can do is have a Zoom, have a FaceTime live with as many people I think that you can get in your group. That's what I'm going to do with my family. And you can have the shared experience of the exact same cocktail. And so that's why we're making a Thanksgiving margarita tonight. You ready?
Well, lead us through it, because this,
okay.
My taste buds are tingling already. So bring it on.
Okay. Well, the first thing we want to do is pick a glass, Tony. Do we want to go traditional since it's been since summertime, or do we want to go with a rocks glass?
I'm going to go rocks glass personally, but if you get traditional, you go for it,
Okay. My margarita glass misses me. So we're going to do that. First thing we want to do is rim the glass. Mm-hmm. Now, the recipe that we are sharing is, it actually recommends using either some lime juice or some simple syrup to get the salt to adhere to the rim. But another suggestion, again, if you like something a little sweeter, this is really a play on the sweet and sour, as is the traditional margarita. You could also use some cinnamon and some raw sugar or even some brown sugar to rim the glass. So again, if somebody likes something a little sweeter, but the first things first, you have to get that rim a little wet, either with your simple syrup or your lime juice or whatever you have. So we're going to cut the lime. I'm going to cut it in quarters. And then I'm going to
go the simple syrup route, because
okay,
we had simple syrup. So, when in Rome, indulge, right?
Right. I mean, you go with what you have. I mean, that's the thing with a lot of recipes. You know what? You probably have a few of the ingredients to make a good cocktail, but, and most of the good cocktails are only 3 ingredients anyway, by the way. So you want kind of a mid-grade tequila, a gold tequila. A lot of people will say, do I have to buy the good stuff? I'm like, you're drinking it, I mean, if you can tolerate the bottom of the barrel stuff, bless your heart. But we're using something that The Rock put out. Have you had this? He moved to Georgia, at least for the time being.
Try this. That sounds really cool, though.
Terramana tequila. This is the first time I've had the gold. I've had the silver tequila. It is fantastic. I have to tell you that.
Very nice.
But the first thing we're going to do is put our juices in our shaker. So you need a little shaker. And let's do 2 ounces of your pear juice. And you can just find this at the grocery store. A lot of these things you can find at the grocery store, except the liquor, unless your grocery store is also a liquor store. Wait, I've been working out. Hold on a second. Oh, there we go. I got it. Okay. 2 ounces. The top of my shaker has a jigger on it.
Nice.
So 2 ounces of pear juice.
2 ounces of pear juice.
Into a shaker full of ice. And that was 1.5. So let me go with another half of the pear. I spill all over. So if you do 2, Don't worry about it. This I got at Trader Joe's, 100% Honeycrisp apple cider.
Nice.
Honeycrisp apples or Granny Smith? What do you say the best apples are?
I'm Honeycrisp. In fact, I've got the Honeycrisp. This one's an organic one from Target because kids,
Oh,
and because we try and do the healthy stuff for the kids. But yeah, this is the their version, and I can't wait to try it. So this is 2 ounces of the apple.
yes. 2 ounces of the apple now after the pear. Whoops. Okay. And let's
And
see.
I already
Now we
made a
want to
mess.
go. What?
I already made a mess, but that's okay.
Well, I know. So did I. But nobody would have been any wiser. And then you want 1.5 ounces of your golden tequila.
Okay.
Or if you're like me, sometimes you pour a little heavy. But thankfully, the jigger on the big side is only 1.5 ounces.
Let's be real, Corey. Did you or I even use a jigger in college?
I don't know, but I'll tell you what. I had the worst martini and the first martini of my life at a frat house. Ugh. I haven't been back. I don't recommend those. I don't recommend having your first martini at a frat house. They're not very good. And then you want either Grand Marnier, if you're really fancy.
Okay.
You want an orange liqueur. You can also use triple sec. I might just use a little Cointreau.
Good,
So
very good.
again, varying price levels there. So you just want 1 ounce of your orange liqueur. Let me find. I lost my jigger already. That never happens. Just kidding. 1 ounce of your orange liqueur. And then, normally you wouldn't necessarily need to shake this up, I don't think, because unless it has simple syrup in it, which you do need to incorporate, you obviously want to incorporate. But you know what? We're just going to do it this way because it's easy and it makes it a little frothy, which we like. So
I'm going basic here and just using a spoon, old school.
Yeah, that's good. See, I have used a knife before. It all works. And then I'm going to use like 1/4 of the lime.
Okay.
Some of the recipes call for 1/2 a lime.
Okay.
And the pear that you have in the recipe is just for garnish too. So why don't we garnish? I'm going to use a Bosque pear, and a Bosque pear versus this is a Bosque. This is a Bartlett pear. This one's going to be like super sweet, even the flesh. This one's a little spicier and firm. So I'm going to use that one. So I'm going to cut a little sliver out for my garnish and see how that
Zoe
goes.
the dog wants to get in on this. So she's barking at me. While we're making our treat, Zoe's going to get a treat here too, because otherwise she's just going to keep barking.
I love it. Yeah, you don't want to, I mean, I don't know how your Aunt Karen's going to handle this margarita, but you definitely don't want to feed it to a dog. So you ready? Oh, are you ready? And we're going to garnish it with a little pear and our cinnamon stick.
Right.
Which I had one left.
I'm doing the stir.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and shake.
You want to shake it for 15 seconds to a half a minute, which is 30 seconds. And this is a great shaker. This is OXO. Have you seen that brand?
Oh, yeah.
It's great because your hand won't get too freezing, but you want it nice and cold. At least I do. See, here, this is
where the mess comes.
It all goes crazy, even though we haven't had a sip yet. Oh my gosh.
I'm adding
and there's great brands too that you can buy at the supermarket. Master of Mixers has some simple syrup for you already made. But if you have to make your own, it's just 1 part refined sugar and 1 part water, and you just sort of boil it, reduce it down, and then you take it off the burner right away, and you can use that for, I don't know, like a week or so. But okay. You can get your margarita sold at the grocery store. You can get, I started to rim the glass. I just put the juice on it though. Let's
get some salt on there. I like the brown sugar idea only because Thanksgiving, brown sugar, sweet potatoes, sweet potato cap. I'm going with the salt for myself, but if someone wanted to try it, I'd say.
Right. Well, and just to make it a little, like I said, a little sweeter for somebody that wants it sweeter. Mm-hmm. So here we go. Oh, it looks good. And it's like a nice fall color. I think there's actually a little bit left in there for later. And then I'm just going to put the pear in here and, the cinnamon stick. Where'd it go? Okay.
Corey, I'm going to show for those of us parents of young kids, yes, you can use Bartlett. Yes, you can use Bosque. You can also use fruit cup pear, and that will do the same thing. And there you go. And cheers. All right. Just like that.
Cheers. Let's see how that goes.
A cinnamon stick here. You could also take one of those graters, those fancy little microplane graters. Zoe, you are not getting a drink. I swear, the dog wants a cocktail, Corey.
See, your glass is rimmed much better than mine. Mine did not want to take the take the salt so much, but that's okay because I don't like a ton of salt anyway. But what do you think? Cheers. Let's do it.
Cheers.
To
Clink.
Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's delightful.
Make a margarita. Make it Thanksgiving. Make the party. Hey, make the dog excited. This is excellent, Corey. This is fantastic.
You like it? It's pretty good, huh? I'm not hating on it.
I like Zoe, you're not getting one, I swear. I really like the cinnamon stick in it because you can use it as a little bit of a stir, and it's got a cool
swizzle stick.
Yeah, just a little swizzle stick. It's got a cool visual to it.
Yeah.
But you put that in your mouth, and you got just a little residual cinnamon taste. Hey,
I'm sure if it would last long enough at my house, it might impart some flavor to the cinnamon. But yeah, again, you could rim it with a little bit of cinnamon and some raw sugar, which would be like nice and chunky, and be a nice little compliment to your margarita.
I love it. Well, Corey, this was fantastic. And Corey, we got to find you on socials if we want to get some more cocktail ideas. Zoe, just 1 second.
Zoe's in trouble now.
Second treat of our cocktailing here.
Oh wow! Well, Zoe, can you give a dog turkey, like leftover turkey?
You can give a dog a little turkey. Got to be careful that they don't get like the bones and stuff like that. But you can give them a little turkey, Yeah. And whatever the toddlers leave on the floor, she just goes after anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure they leave nothing on the floor, right? No.
This house is always this spotless.
Yes. Well, you need to ask Santa Claus or whatever for a Roomba or one of those vacuums.
You ain't kidding.
You can put the kids on it and tell them it's a ride.
Exactly.
I've seen that.
You are wise, Corey Dillon. Where do we find you on social media for those that want to follow along for some more of your cocktail recipes?
Just at Corey Dillon, and all my socials are linked on my website, CoreyDillon.com, and you can see how I spell my name right down there.
Corey, cheers. Happy Thanksgiving.
Cheers. Cheers to you and your family. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving?
Well, we're going to keep it pretty low-key and pretty casual around here, but these
are going down.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, after the kids go to bed.
It does have fruit juice in it, yeah, right? Any time of day. Any time of day. Mm-mm.
Well, thank you for joining us, Corey, and I wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. It's so good to have you here, and for all of us from Throwback Nation land, we're just going to keep swizzle sticking our cinnamon together, and I wish you a happy Thanksgiving. And maybe we can do this again for Christmas, get a couple other ideas, a couple Christmas throwback cocktails.
I think we should. I think we should.
Have a great Thanksgiving. We'll see you again soon.
Cheers.